All right, beans are opened, and again, a big expansive move overnight. We closed at 14 and we're trading at 32.50 after the opening 10 minutes. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a short in only if we fail below that opening range of about 27.50. If we do this, I think we could trade back to 14.16 today. If not, I'm going to offer a little bit up at 14.39, and I'm going to put a stop in right now, somewhere above 14.44. If we start getting above there, this market could really run. I don't know if we're going to run right through 14.40 today, but that would be my protective stop. So that's how I'm looking at this opening on the beans. We'll be back and see if either of these trades initiate. Okay, again, I've got a sell stop in at 27.50 if this thing were to continue and break down only in the next half an hour on this trade. It's 7:40, I give that time limit, so that means up until 8:10 it's trading 29.50, and we'll see if it can push through. Otherwise, we're waiting to sell higher also with the stop above 44.25, 44.50. Trading 14.28.50, 75 again, offering here at the 27 on a sell stop level. Has not gotten there. Again, there was some support there pre-market, but we'll like this area to start, and then I would add up to 39.50 today if we're able to get that. This will only stay here for another 20 minutes, and then we'll pull that order. But I'm going to add up into this area regardless. Very small position, and then I'd stop on any moves over 14.44 today. So that's how we're looking at it. See if the trade even initiates this morning. Otherwise, we'll be waiting for higher prices if we don't break down here in the next 20 minutes. And that'll be the only entry is up in here for now. But I would get on another leg if we sell here and then bounce again. That's how I'm looking at this position. So I've got it all situated and planned, and I don't want to be chasing this market until it closes over 14.40. I'm looking for a pullback probably into that 14.20 to 14.16 area if we do this first. Again, 7.53 here, and we're getting close to that sell stop. Again, this sell stop is only valid for another 15 minutes, and if we got short here, I'd be looking for a move at least to 14.24, if not 14.20, possibly 14.16 today. So that's what we're on the lookout for. I think there's a better, I do think the grains as an overall have hit a bottom for the interim as we come into the planting season, and the charts is in regards to the market profile really look fantastic for the coming spring session right now on the prices. So we've been selling off for so long in the green sector. Beans have hit 18 and 18 in bushel, and they went down to 13.51. So those things were down just very large, almost 25%, and somewhat in a bear market in the longer term time frame. But as traders, we need to respect that the trend probably has changed for right now, and intraday traders, we're just looking at the opportunities at hand today. But the big picture does look bullish. The next move, the next close above 14.40 will most likely take us back to the high 15s on beans. So it's looking very good. And again, we're just trying to take an intraday trade on this right now. If it sets up, I want to be short today up to 14.40, and if we're over 14.40 today, I'm wrong on the trade. If I'm right on my entries, on my timing here, we'll get short higher and or lower and be okay as long as we trade below 14.40 on the close. Okay, we just sold at 27.50, and I'm going to add up at 39.50 today if we see that high, and I'm going to put a bin in right now for the position right down here at about 20.50 on half, and we'll move the other half to about 16, give it some time. Again, I think we could trade back to that 16 level. I've got my stops in above here at 44.25, and I would sell more if we hit up 39 for right now. Otherwise, we'll see how the day goes. Just going to leave the trade on and watch it. Here at 7:57 a.m. we filled on the sell breakdown. Alright, so our trade is starting to go our way, and we're going to move the top half. We're just going to, again, take off a little risk here now that we've gone away just to slightly below our entry and buy half up in there. And then we're bidding down for the first half at 20.50 right now. So we'll see how that goes. We're bidding, so we got short at 27.25. 50, and we've got our stop on half now at 27, reducing risk and letting the trade go. And that's how we'll play this out. And again, the profile to me, it looks like to me we'll at least trade back to this 20 level, and we'll see if that plays out over the next few minutes. But again, been in the trade for about 40 minutes. trying to let it set, and again, bidding half here at 20.50 and half stopped back at break even, just below break even. All right, 839 here, and again, we've been in the trade for a little bit. I'm just going to move the stop to 836.5 on half. Again, we sold at 27.25, and we're bidding down here 20.5, and we'll let it be. All right, beans continuing to move down. We're going to move the stops to 25.5. It is 842, moving swiftly, just on half. That will lock in 1.75 cents, and we're bidding for the other half still at 20.5. So that's how we're working this trade right now. Stops at 25.5 on half, and sliding. The bid is still staying down here at 20.50. All right, we've been in our trade about an hour. I'm moving the stops now to 25 on one half the position. That locks on 2.5 cents, and again bidding on the other half down here at 20.50. So again, I'd be happy to put this half off if I'm taking out here at 25, a little bit higher, anywhere from say 28 to 30 over the lunch hour. We've got 3 hours left in the trading on the beans right now, and this is how I'm managing the trade. Again, we were looking for this move lower. We're getting it, taking profits again as we go. Again, it's a slow moving trade. The market is very slow. Grains are the widest thing that we see out there moving, and beans particularly in the grain complex. You can see again today the range is 34 on the open, down to 23, so 10 cents. It's a pretty good move, whereas the NASDAQ is only about a 0.5% wide today. The range on the open market 27.15 to 27.32, so 17 points, a little over half, and the S&P is only trading 6 points wide, so not even a 0.5%. So we'll stick where the action is right now, which is on the grain marketplace, and that's why we've gotten short as we have, and again, we didn't get short at the top here. We were kind of waiting for the market to tell us which way it wanted to go, and we've done that. So again, profits are locked in half, which assures us basically a break-even trade all the way up to about 30 for right now, and we're just going to let it go, and we'll be back to let you know when the halves are taking off. 8:48 a.m. on this fine Wednesday morning. Okay, so I took out half the trade here at 14.25, and again, I've got right now I've got no other orders working lower, and we're just bidding, or rather, I do have the 14.20.50 bidding lower, and I'm going to just got stops well above us here at 44 for right now. We'll leave it in here mid part of the day, and we'll be back later to present opportunity and see how the trade finished. All right, I'm going to offer back out at 14.30. The half that I covered, and again, I'm willing to sell higher today. We already booked 3 cents on half, and I'm going to put another half out here, the half that I covered back at 14.30. Basically thinking, again, the volume going down as we are rising now the last few bars. You can see this divergence here down here. The profile still looks okay. The bulls are back in control over 14.30, and then we on the longer term charts have trouble overhead at about 14.40 until we close over there again, and we can show this kind of here in the profile. Until we close over 14.40, to me this market doesn't look like it's got the next leg higher. Once we close over 14.40, I do think we will trade much higher in the beans, up to 1,500 and even up to 1,580. So I'm shorting up to this 14.40, the first pass. Again, we haven't really gotten there yet, but that's the first stop, and then after that, again, this market looks good, but after again a 90-point run, I'm playing for some type of pullback to the 14-15 layers here before we proceed. I'm wrong over 14.40. If we close over there, I'm out, and that is the trade. So back to the position again, covered a little bit. So we're very small risk in here. Again, you know, even up to 14.30, we're break even, and so that's why we're going to put the add back on there at 14.30.
So you're canceling that 30.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so we are putting a stop back in at break even on the other second half, and it's just getting long in the day, and again, the market looks like it, as far as the beans, if it takes us out here, we've made 3 cents and on half the position, and we'll just let the rest go. Again, very slow out here. NASDAQ trading in a 2 to 3 point range for 3 hours, and the beans kind of now settling into their own internal range here of let's call it 24.5 to 27.5. So I'm just getting tired of the tightness here. So either I'll buy it at 20.5 or break it even here, and then leave the offer up to sell at 39.50 for the remainder of the day, and we'll call that a trade. Again, it's a winning trade, and it's 9:42. We've been in it for a couple hours, and the market just kind of changing a little bit here. So we're just going to make sure that we tighten it down and make sure all profits are locked on that 3 cents. All right, so we are flat the beans again, 3 cents booked on half the trade, and we're out and looking for the next trade. Again, another good bean trade, offering 39.50 back to. We'll come back if there's a good trade entry later in the day. Peace.